Thank you both so much for speaking with us today. I think this information has been really helpful. As we wrap up, is there anything that either of you would like to add?
Bill, I'll let you go first.
Sure. I'm just going to emphasize what I said before. This is a really important time to, in addition to the community things that we're being asked to do to social distance and practice those principles, washing our hands, not touching our face. I, again, want to emphasize the importance of self-care. I want to emphasize the importance that really does help your immune system. It also improves your ability to cope with what's going on. So I was most intrigued by an article I read by a guy who was actually on the space station for a year. I forgot his name. I think it was Scott Anderson or something. And somebody asked him, well, because he was alone, he's got the longest record of somebody being alone, like over a year. And they said, well, how did you deal with it? And he said a lot of things that I thought were really fundamentally sound. He said, have a schedule, have a predictable time that you sleep, have a predictable time that you wake up, have a regular exercise thing, have a regular time of going outside. And I guess for him, that was going outside the space station. I don't know. But going outside, and you can do things across the fence. You can sit at the end of your driveway. You can be kind to people who walk by. I think there's still a lot of ways that we can connect even apart. And it actually has science behind it. It will help you do better in case you do get exposed and have to deal with something. So that's my plug.
Thank you, Dr. Bill.
Well said, Bill. I think I've got two things. Number one, and to piggyback off of Bill, I think be kind to each other, especially on the internet. That is where everybody is right now. And everybody is very, very stressed out. And it's very easy to allow that to manifest itself in some pretty harsh ways. So be kind to each other, and also be very critical of things that you read on the internet. There's a lot of stuff flying around right now about treatments and potential ways that could help you, could prevent you from getting it. Just be very critical of the things that you read, because everybody's desperate for a treatment and a vaccine. But there's a lot of noise going on right now, and just be very critical of what it is that you read on the internet, because some of that stuff is not only dangerous, but it could potentially be worse than getting COVID, especially if you are in an area where the healthcare system has been overburdened.
Yes.
So just be very critical about what it is that you read on the internet, and be kind to each other.
Thank you again. I'd also like to remind anyone watching that you can refer to our webpage devoted to COVID-19 information and resources at coaccess.com/COVID-19.